swap. So yeah, came to this a couple of weeks ago. It's faulty. He's losing pressure and the pump's not circulating correctly, so getting it all ripped out. It's an old boiler, so all the saber out. We've got a Logic Max, no, not Logic Max, a Logic Plus going in, 24 kilowatt. So yeah, nice straight swap. Gas here. We're just going to cut this 22 and extend the 22 across and up. Yeah, so let's crack on. Just starting the plumbing now, the pipe work on here. Quick tip on these Ideal Logics, you've got to use a compression fitting on the blow off. So I always recommend to do that first before putting any other fittings in, because it's hard to get to with it being at the back. So yeah, just a little tip for you. People just got around to doing the wiring for the Ideal Logic. We are going to be running the Salus Quantum programmable thermostat on open therm. I'm just going to do a quick run through of wires that you need and where they go. So yeah, let's crack on. So first we disconnected the electrics. We connected our live and neutral. There's no earth needed at the receiver, so just a live and neutral from the fuse spare into the wiring receiver. So we've got live and neutral there, brown and blue, into them connections, and then from them we've got the open firm connections A and B. Wire runs round to the boiler and up into your open firm connections there. On the Ideal, you make sure you leave the link wire in on the room thermostat. So yeah, you don't take that out, and that'll be good for the open firm. In regards to the start, we've not actually charged it yet. So to charge it, so it comes with a little charging lead. You just charge it on there. Gives you about a year's battery life every year. Magnet on the back, so can stick it to your fridge, stick it wherever you want really. It does also have fixings, so you can fix it to the wall if needs be. Really good bit of kit, highly recommend. So yeah, go check them out. So here it is, the 1K giveaway on YouTube. Thank you all for entering and thank you all for subscribing. It really does mean a lot. So here it is, good luck everyone. Congratulations, Ghost, Man, Romeo, Ray UK. Get in touch with us. Out to a pressure keep dropping on a boiler on the back of Duotech. First thing we do is check that the boiler is working by running the hot water. We then remove the case and check for any immediate signs of any spillage or broken case seals. Once that's completed and we're happy with that, we then disconnect the spark generator at the top side. It's like a turquoise blue colour. We take that by taking the screw on top and the screw at the front, and that should just dangle down. We then slide the drip tray to the right hand side and connect our foot pump up, and we turn our drain off on, let the water start to pump out. We start pumping away until the water stops. We pump up and charge it to 20 psi just for that extra little bit, which really helps. We then go to check the PRV, make sure it's not dripping. If it is dripping, we need to replace that as well. We're all happy here, so one happy customer, on to the next one. Morning, Friday, and we've got a steady day for a change. Maybe famous last words. We've got a radiator to move in Bramley, and then we're heading over to Kirkstall to go swap a toilet. So yeah, nice steady day today. See how we get on. See what footage we can get. So yeah, let's head over there. Peace. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough of how to move a radiator from one wall to another wall. On this job, we're going to be running the pipework along the wall in copper. So first of all, we're going to connect our hose pipe to the system and open it up with our ratchet spanner. We'll then go check the quality of the water outside just to make sure that it's not over sludged. We'll then open our radiators using the air vent keys to flush the water out. We'll then disconnect our valves and radiator and put on our plumb thumbs just to prevent from any further dripping. Once that is done, we can then lift the radiator off the wall and put it to one side out of the way so it does not get damaged. At this point, we can start hanging our radiator on the new wall. We will get our centre mark of the wall and our centre mark of the radiator brackets and mark them on the wall using a pencil. We will then go on to get the height for the radiator from the old markings on the old wall. Using a level, we will mark across, making sure that all the lines are equal and level. Marking our fixings using a pencil, we will mark all our holes and drill them with a 7mm drill bit and use brown plugs with 2" 10 screws. Once we are happy with the fixings, we will then put the radiator onto the wall and check for it being level. If there's any adjustments needed, we will make them. Once we are 100% happy that it is level, we will then go on to pipe the system up using copper. Once it is piped up, we will disconnect the air vent and put on our inhibitor adapter. We will then go on to pump that into the system, making sure that we empty the bottle out. Once that is done, we will go back to our boiler and put the pressure up to 1 bar. I only put it to 1 bar on the first attempt just to check that the valves are not leaking. We will then go to the radiator and have a feel around and make sure that there is no drips on any of the pipework or any of the fittings. Once we're happy with that, we will vent our system and get all the air out of the radiators and go back to the boiler and put the pressure back up on the system. We will then put the heating on and check that the heating is working correctly and efficiently. due to the filming cutting short, I had to remake this little bit of video. So it's a bit of a tip to you on McAlpine, and only on McAlpine pan connectors. On the flexi ones, if you ever had the problem where it's too long and won't go back to the wall, so on these you can actually pull them apart. McAlpine rep didn't even know you could do this. So all you got to do is pull it out and pull it out until the end pops off. You're not going to break it, don't worry. Just keep pulling. It can be a bit tough sometimes, especially if it's your first time doing it. Tend to find it is easier to do it on the outlet side. Will come off, and all it is basically these two bits. You then get your size that you need and get a Stanley knife and slice round, and the two parts will then just push back together. I've done this hundreds of times and I've never had a problem with it. And that way you've got a short flexi pan connector. Hope you enjoy the tip, and I hope it helps you out at some point. Whose else's van looks like this on a Friday? And probably still look like this on Monday.